We're here. We're here. We're doing good. It is Thursday. The TYCAST is live. I have an awesome panel. We have 10 of us for the 10th episode. So thank you all for being here. Let's get right into it with our what everyone's playing and what you picked up this week. Aaron at Beach Pizza Gaming. How's it going, man?
Hello, it's going great.
Good.
Do you want me to just introduce myself right now, or talk about what I'm playing, or both?
Let's do both. Let's combine this
All right.
because we got a lot of
Yeah,
us.
we got a lot of people and a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Aaron at Beach Pizza Gaming. I played not a lot this week, but what I did play was really fun. So we played Mario Kart, several of us, and I came in last pretty much every time, but it was still a lot of fun.
I think I took that crown.
Okay. Listen, I didn't want to call you out, but
you're taking the loss. Taking the L for me.
I was. You did lose, and I have receipts. Anyways, so I played Subnautica a lot too, and Baldur's Gate: Dark Alliance came out, and I played that a lot last Thursday and over the weekend. That's why I wasn't on the last TYCAST. And
Yes.
Miitopia came out. I've never played a Miitopia game. And so far, I've played it about an hour, and I am not done creating my characters. So I don't even know what the game's about yet. I haven't got past the character creator. So that's my week.
Awesome. That sounds like fun. I saw you on Subnautica a lot this week.
Yeah, good game.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, I love like the open world crafting and like collecting games. Like I love stuff like that. So like that mixed with like being able to dive and go underwater, and it's a ton of fun. I highly recommend it. And even the port for the Switch is really good.
Nice.
So yeah.
Awesome. Russ at Cryosneasel, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Resident Evil 8 still. I'm working on my second playthrough, which I'm already almost done with. I think I'm only 2 hours into it, maybe 3. I'm going for the platinum on that, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. The Mercenaries mode scares me.
Yeah, I saw the end of your stream when you beat it. Oops,
At like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was super late. I was like,
I was determined to beat it.
Yeah, that was intense, to say the least. What else? Did you pick up anything this week?
This week was bad.
Yeah. Oh, like in a good way or a bad way, I guess.
I picked up a lot.
Oh, okay.
So I picked up Miitopia, Shin Megami Tensei 3, the remaster, the Guacamelee combo pack on Switch. I got the new blue Switch, Lite, and I finally got a Super Nintendo controller for the Switch.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Yep, big haul this week.
That's rad. Luke at Luke Leeson, what have you been up to this week?
Mostly just playing Mario Kart with you guys. A lot of fun.
That was fun. That was a good session.
Even though I lost, but that was good.
Yeah, I think it was basically Russ and Chris that were doing the domination, and then all of us were just fighting for third place at each race.
Yeah. I'm like not a really super competitive person with multiplayer games, so I was just having fun with it.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Nice. Any pickups? I know you've been busy with studying and stuff.
No.
Nothing?
No pickups right now.
Yeah, no worries. Max at Monado Max, how's it going, man? What have you been up to?
I've been doing absolutely amazing. I've been busy, but today I've been pretty busy, but I did a lot of gaming between all of this. So I got a lot of gaming pickups. I played a lot of games. I'll just start off with that. Okay, so this is a weird story. I got Ultimate Alliance 3 here. I like this game. I haven't finished it. I don't play it much. Every time I play this game, I feel like this game is a curse. Like something bad, like really, really bad always happens to me after I'm done playing this game. So I don't touch this game very often, even though I like it so much. Although this week I felt was a good week to actually attempt to finish it, because I was like, there's no way nothing bad can happen to me. Something did bad happen to me when I played this game. So I feel like this game is a curse to me, maybe not to anyone else. I don't know why. But I did play a lot of that this week. I picked up Miitopia. Aaron, I agree with you. The meme maker stuff takes a lot of time. and I kind of just like made garbage me's of everyone when doing these because it just took too long. What I played was really fun. I did 5 hours live on stream. Very fun game. And then I picked up Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. This is actually an interesting game. So port is. I feel like this port's not that great, this remaster. There's a lot of audio issues for some reason.
Oh, weird.
Like, he upgraded the audio in some areas, but then some of the audio is like really, really bad. Don't know why. And then some cutscenes aren't in widescreen. Some are, some aren't, which is really confusing. And then this game's not 60 frames per second. On all versions, it's that way. It's locked at 30. But you would think a PS2 game can get to 60 FPS with what we've seen with other games. Not a game developer, but that would seem to be something you would want to do here if you're making an HD remaster. I don't know. So I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite for what I'm about to show. I did pick up Friday the 13th on the Nintendo Switch. I still believe that Dead by Daylight is 20 times better than this game right here. I picked this up because it was on sale for $20. Because it's a cool cover. I actually really like the cover. I can't play it though because I don't have enough Switch memory. So hopefully one day I can play it.
You need a new card.
I need to beat Doom Eternal. That is my goal. With that, I actually played that. I did play that. And then my last gaming pickup. I did pick Ori and The Will of the Wisps. Now, a lot of people might think this is weird that I picked this up now because I haven't finished the first one. Although the physical copy was $10 off. It made sense to me to go ahead and pick this up because I think these Ori games for the Switch are going to end up being very rare physically because it's coming from a publisher that doesn't publish many Switch games. And when they do publish games, a lot of them become rare. So I didn't want to pick this up till I beat the first Ori game, but I feel like I was going to regret waiting on this and then this game be like $100 down the road. That's all my gaming pickups. Oh,
Nice.
Returnal.
I just want to point out that Max is holding up a GameStop game with a new sticker on it that was probably already opened when he bought it.
Yes, this
That has been
where they were like when I picked this up, the guy was like, "Hey, so I have to tell you something.
I don't know if
This
you
is
saw
a
my
new
post,
game,
but
but it's actually not new. We opened it. It's a display copy. Here you go. It's still new. We're gonna price you $30." So I was like, they gave me this weird bag to put in. I'm like, well, why are you giving me this bag? Why do I need this bag if it's not new? They're like, this is what makes the game new. No, you're just wasting money on these bags that so stupid.
yeah.
I think those should come with a discount if it's the floor model discount.
It should.
I used to do it when I worked at EB. I would always do it.
These ones are really scary to buy like that because there's a lot of like digital stuff in here.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people, like when Overwatch first came out on the Switch, people were going in GameStop because they had display copies. They were just opening up, taking a picture of the code, and then go install it on their Switch without buying the game. And so many people bought that game and didn't have a code because
it was already
used. The whole GameStop. Yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah,
so stupid.
That happened a lot with Nintendo points too back in the day.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Nettie at Nettie Dorco, what have you been up to this week?
Hello. Besides playing Phasmophobia and Hand Simulator with my fellow new compadre, on my own, I've been playing really dark games, like kind of like Bad Dream Coma and Limbo. I don't know. I just like the little like puzzle type of games, and it only takes like 3 hours long to beat. So I'm always like, oh, okay, cool. Like I could totally like buy this game, and I could always finish it in like 3 hours. No, it turns into like 2 days. But anyway, either way, I buy something and then I like get through my backlog, and it makes me happy. And I've also started playing Spelunky 2 again. I actually stopped playing it when I first got it because it was like unnecessarily hard. But then I started watching YouTube videos and speedrunners, and I was like, okay, well, if they can do it, maybe I can do it too. So I started playing Spelunky 2 again, and hopefully I can beat it soon. Hopefully.
I watched some of your stream of Spelunky. That looked tough.
Yeah, like I would die like every 2 seconds. I don't know. I think I'm already at like 500 deaths. I think the first one I beat with 800 deaths, and I think this one it might take me like 1,000 deaths to beat. And then in terms of picking up games, I picked up Knockout City today and
yeah.
Guacamelee. But I haven't tried it yet. I'm kind of excited to try Knockout City because it's all cute and colorful and it's dodgeball.
Yeah,
and
you're
just looks nice
you're
and
an
innocent.
old Fortnite alum. I've heard there's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of crossover.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably try it on stream.
Nice.
You picked up Guacamelee as well?
Yeah, I did pick up
Nice.
Guacamelee 1 and 2.
Oh, you guys can't see, but I'm holding it up right now because I haven't opened it yet though.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna open mine.
Ah,
I think that might become rare too.
probably. Sally at Retro Arcade Party, what have you been up to this week?
Aside from, as Nettie said, playing Phasmophobia and getting terrified and playing weird hand simulator game.
Oh, I need that reminds me. Continue.
That was a really odd game. I started playing Hades, which is really interesting. I never played a roguelike game before. So I started playing that with my husband, and we didn't realize that, when you die, you got to redo everything until, you get to you keep advancing a little bit every time. So that kind of scared us. But it's really fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Nice.
And that's
yeah.
all I've been pretty much playing.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying Hades. I've been putting a lot of time into it.
Yeah, you're getting far.
I'm working on it. I slowed down the last couple days, but I'm at like 25 runs now, but I still haven't beat the third boss. So I've been trying to like build up stuff after I beat the second boss. It's starting to get the difficulties ramping up pretty intensely. Brittany at Skrillerwolf, welcome. This is your first time on the TYCAST. It's good to have you. Anyone that is watching or listening, Brittany's a Twitch streamer, YouTube or twitch.tv/Skrillerwolf. Check her out. Welcome. What have you been up to this week?
Working, editing. I'm sure like everybody else, but yeah, just a whole lot of that. As for what I've been playing is I played a little bit of the Spyro Reignited trilogy. I've been streaming that. I've been doing some Pokemon Snap every here and again. I can't play it in like long strides. I think it gets too repetitive by that point, but I think it's like perfect for pick up and play. And the last one I wanted to talk about real quick because I think it's pretty interesting. I don't know if it necessarily counts as a game, but I've been playing on Toriba, which is an app that is a Japanese claw machine, but it's through a camera, so you can actually play the claw machine and win prizes and have them shipped to you, but you get one free play a day, so I do that on my lunch break.
That's awesome. I heard about that.
Interesting.
So that's cool. As for pickups, I picked up 2 slip covers for PS4. One is for Ghost of Tsushima and the other was for The Last of Us 2, both of which are in this case here. They were like exclusive art for some, I want to say Czech Republic or something like that. Like you could only get them there. And then the other thing I picked up was a first 4 figures Amaterasu from Okami.
Oh, nice.
But I didn't pick up no games this week.
Yeah. Those are awesome. I always like the accessories and things like outside the box because I like digging into especially like stuff like that. That's awesome. Bobby, the Chronicles of a Gamer. How's it going, man?
Good, man. What's going on? How's everything?
Good. What have you been up to this week?
Just playing the DLC of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Wrath of Druids.
Nice.
I guess I'm like 6 hours in that. And then I'm playing Alienation with my boy Marlon and my stepfather. And we're like that close to finishing it.
Nice. Did you finish?
Once you beat the game, it's just... What?
Did you finish Sniper Elite 4?
Did I finish what? Yeah, that's done. That was amazing. I love that game. I mean, if it's on sale, you guys, it's a great co-op game. I highly recommend it.
For sure.
Yeah, but Alienation, once you finish the main world, it just becomes like Diablo, where you just keep going to level up. But there's one trophy to get a legendary level 30 gun with 12 slots, and that took me a week. And my stepfather just got it in a day. I'm kind of
wow.
cheated off about that. My boy Marlon still hasn't got it yet, so I mean, I'm still gonna play with him to the finish. I hope he gets it soon because I'm over it.
Yeah, for sure.
And no pickups. That's no pickups for
No
me.
pickups.
That's
Yeah,
anything.
for sure. Chris at Toaster Dog. How's it going, man? What have you been up to
Doing
this
great.
week?
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to start with pickups just to be a little different. So my mom's in the middle of a move, and she brings me this bag and says, "Hey, do you want all this old Wii stuff I don't want?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." So I got this giant stack
Nice.
of games. And then I also picked up, like Russ, the Nintendo Switch Online controller, and this cheap random eBay purchase, which is 2 boxed Super Nintendo games. It's a Fatal Fury 2 and Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally. I love Super Nintendo. It's my favorite console, and I also really love box art. And I think Super Nintendo has some of the best box art, even though some of the games are garbage.
I agree. I wish they weren't cardboard though. That
Yeah.
is a bummer.
It's unfortunate. A lot of them, even if they're kind of beat up, they look good in little protectors. So
Sure.
I kind of try to go that route. As far as what I've been playing, I played Mario Kart Switch with you guys, obviously. I played a little Nintendo Switch Online, NES and Super NES. Too much Rocket League, as always, every week. And then I did download the Knockout City game and completed all the tutorial stuff. It was pretty fun. But then I thought to myself, do I really want to dive into another 3v3 team game? And I haven't opened it back up again. So that's where I'm at.
That's my fear with Knockout City. I've heard great things, but I'm like, am I gonna really jump into this right now when I'm like weaning myself off of Rocket League?
Yeah.
So for me, Hades has been the dominant game. I've been playing a ton of this every day. We did a big stream with a bunch of us of Mario Kart 8, which was awesome and fun on Twitch, and I think Aaron, you streamed it on YouTube. And then I have been buying up way too many old games, PS2, PS3, Xbox 360. I've been buying game lots on eBay, and not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I've bought several hundred games now over the last couple weeks. And then I have an arcade 1-up NBA Jam arcade cabinet, and so I just picked up a new Raspberry Pi audio amp and then this video encoder board to turn it into a kind of multicade type of thing. Oh, and then also all the LED new joysticks and buttons and everything. So I'm gonna take it all apart, rewire the whole thing, run it through a Raspberry Pi, and have a multicade type of thing. I'm thinking about streaming that whole process, but it's going to be like a 4-day extravaganza because I have to actually get like power tools out to drill new holes in the board and the plexiglass. So we'll see what I end up doing with that. But that's been what I've been up to. With that, let's move on. Oh, we're doing a trivia. You guys ready for a quick 5-question trivia? We're gonna go quick with this because it's gonna be fast and fun.
Right.
I can sense the trepidation.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah,
I'm nervous, bro.
Choice,
I'm
like,
nervous.
We're writing down the letter. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, they're
Or
all
are we
they're all
working- okay.
they're all multiple choice, and I'm gonna go
Do we
and
have
run
to write
through.
it?
Yeah, or I mean, just it's kind of an honesty system, so
Okay.
you don't have to actually like prove that you
Honesty system.
no, these are easily searchable, so no cheating, no searching things while I'm asking the question. Okay, you guys ready? We're gonna go with question 1, and keep your own score because I don't have time to keep 9 people's scores in between questions. All right, question number 1. What is the best-selling Switch game of 2020? Is it A, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, B, Animal Crossing New Horizons, or C, Super Mario 3D All-Stars?
Can I ask a question
Yeah.
on this one? Right? So, are you saying like overall, what's the
No,
best
just
selling Switch
that
game? Or
sold
just
the most
best
in the
selling game?
in 2020, in calendar year 2020. How many sold the most units?
Okay.
Or which game sold the most units?
Right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Aaron,
Yes.
B.
Russ,
B.
Luke,
Going with B.
Max,
Which one was Animal Crossing? That's
B.
what I'm going
It was
with.
B. Nettie,
B.
Sally.
Has to be Animal Crossing.
Is everyone going with B? I think Brittany.
If it's not, I'm
Yeah, I'm
jumping
going-
out the
I'm going
window.
with
Okay,
B.
this one was too easy. Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, it was B. Animal Crossing. Everyone gets a point.
Because I know Mario Kart is like the best-selling Switch game overall, so I'm glad Max also asked that question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I threw in. I think didn't 3D All Stars come out in 2021 too? I threw.
2020.
No, it
Did
came
it?
out 2020.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it was like in the middle of the year.
Oh, okay. I
Oh yeah.
screwed that up. All right. Question number 2: which game sold more overall in its life cycle? A. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 on all consoles that it came out on, or B. Super Mario 64 / Super Mario 64 DS, the two consoles that it came out on. You have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chris, what's your pick?
I'm gonna go with the Super Mario just because everywhere I look, there's a Super Mario 64 DS for sale.
Bobby.
I'm gonna say Sonic.
All right. Brittany.
I'm also gonna say Sonic.
Sally.
Mario.
Nettie.
Sonic.
Max.
Sonic.
Luke.
Sonic.
Russ.
Mario.
Aaron.
Sonic.
All right. So Super Mario 64 and DS sold a total of 22,960,000, and Sonic the Hedgehog 1 sold a total of 23,982,000. So 1 million more Sonic. That was a tough one. That's according to Wikipedia in my brain. Question number 3. Which was the highest rated Metacritic physical Nintendo DS game? Was it A. Mario Kart DS, B. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, or C. Pokemon Pearl version? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Aaron.
B.
Russ.
Pokemon.
Luke.
Go with C. Pokemon.
Max.
I'm gonna go with B.
Nettie.
A.
Sally. that was so unsure.
I'll go with Pokemon.
Brittany.
I tried to say
I'm gonna
with
go with
confidence.
B.
B.
Chinatown Wars.
Okay. Bobby.
Pokemon.
Chris.
B.
Okay, so Pokemon Pearl had an 85. Mario Kart DS had a 91. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars had a 93. And there was also Chrono Trigger, which had a 92. And I didn't throw that in there just because, Chris, I feel like that would totally bait you to pick that. So it was B. It was B. Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars with a 93 overall Metacritic score. What are the standings? I have actually never played that. I think
I've
it's
heard a lot of
that
good things
game.
about it. Yeah, it's pretty. I think it's
Got
pretty
2.
uncommon.
You have 2.
I got-
Wait, who has? You had Brittany. You have all 3.
Yep.
Anyone else have all 3?
I have 3 also. I have 3.
All right, so we got Aaron, Max, Brittany in first. Bobby, Nettie, you have 2. Anyone else have 2?
I do.
Chris, Luke,
Chris.
and then Sally and Russ. You guys have 1.
I think so.
All right, question number 4. We have 5 total questions, so there's 4 or 5, and 5 is worth 2. So number 4, which was the lowest rated Zelda game of all available Metacritic scores of these 3? Was it A, Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures for the GameCube? Was it B, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U? Or was it C, The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes for the 3DS? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chris, what is your choice?
I am going with Triforce Heroes for 3DS.
All right, C. Bobby, what's your choice?
E, same.
C. Brittany?
Mm-hmm.
See, Triforce Heroes.
Sally?
I'll also go with C.
Nettie?
See,
Max?
I'm actually not gonna go with C. I'm going with B.
B. The Wii U, Twilight Princess HD. Luke?
Going with C.
Russ?
See?
Aaron?
C.
All right.
Oh wow, I'm the only one.
it was C. Triforce Heroes had a 73 overall Metacritic score for the 3DS. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD had an 86, and also 4 Swords Adventures also had an 86.
I'm actually surprised Triforce Heroes isn't lower because that game got an incredible amount of backlash when it came out.
Yeah, it seemed like there was
I
a lot
remember
of
that.
really high and there were a handful of really high ones that I think offset some of the really, really low ones. I was looking through. There's a ton of reviews for it. There's like 73 reviews. There were a bunch of user reviews. So we got Aaron and Brittany in the lead with 4. Max, you have 3. A handful of other 3s. So this one's worth 2 points. This is the last question. Okay, now with it's Sonic's 30th anniversary. We had the Sonic Central today. Which is a real Sonic 1 stage? Is it A, Labyrinth Zone, B, Spring Green Zone, or C, Light Speed Zone?
What was the first one?
Labyrinth Zone. Do. You can wager all. No, you can't wager anything. It's for 2 points. Ready, Aaron? What's your pick? A. Russ.
A.
Luke.
B.
Max.
A.
Nettie.
see, I don't know.
Sally.
You made some of these up, didn't you? I'm gonna go with A.
Senor Blue. Brittany.
Forgot what were the choices again. I know there's like Light Speed Zone, and then what were the other ones?
A is Labyrinth Zone, B is Spring Green Zone, and C is Light Speed Zone.
I'll go with A.
Bobby.
A.
Chris.
A.
Yeah, it's A. It's Labyrinth Zone. I forgot what the other ones were. There are only like 8 stages. I was Spring Hill. Was it Spring Hill? At the first stage? Now I'm drawing a blank. Green Hill. I was trying to when I did Spring.
Answer's the guy who's never beat a Sonic game and really doesn't even understand why it still exists.
Yeah, I've never played Sonic. I played Werewolf Sonic, and I played Sonic Generations, and that's it.
Oh, nice.
Werewolf Sonic.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Sonic Unleashed is what she's talking about.
Werewolf Sonic.
Werewolf Sonic. I haven't played anything since like Sonic and Knuckles. Oh no, I played Sonic Adventure 2. Forgot about those. All right, we are done. Wait, who won? Was it a tie?
We tied.
It is
Tied.
Aaron and Brittany.
Me and Skriller.
Nice. Congratulations.
Aaron again.
Thank you.
You win.
Knuckles.
You win a dinner for 2 to Olive Garden.
I
Breadsticks.
would definitely take that.
bro.
Yeah.
An Olive Garden fan.
I do like Olive Garden for some reason. And it's funny because
Yeah, for
like,
some
you wouldn't
reason,
think-
right?
Yeah, for
You
some
wouldn't think it
reason.
would still be popular after like all these years, but like the one around us is like you go there Saturday at noon and it's like, yeah, it's like a 2-hour wait.
That's
It's like,
Oh my
who
God.
out
is
of
still eating at the
control.
Olive Garden? It's 2000 and this is 2019 back when you could eat at restaurants, but you know what I mean.
My
I'm
absolute
surprised a
favorite-
lot of chain restaurants are still open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Olive Garden is their mints.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
The little Andes mints, yeah. As a kid, I got really excited because I didn't know you could get them anywhere else but Olive Garden. And my mom came home and she goes, "I got you something," and I was like, "What is it?" And she just hands me a package of them, and I was like,
Oh, damn, that's great.
Olive Garden gives you a whole
Rocked your world.
That's awesome, bro.
I didn't know you worked there.
We are
That's
moving
awesome.
moving on to news. So the big boy is the Nintendo Switch Pro. Bloomberg put out a report saying that it's going to be announced basically any day now. That all the previous reports are basically true, and it's supposed to come out in September or October and start full on production in July. So all that lines up, and one of the big things is that they needed to get this out before E3 so that third-party publishers could fully do their E3 presentations for games that are supposed to come out. We'll get into that real quick, because a lot of people are speculating that means that there's going to be exclusives to the new Switch, but it could just be that they want to talk about specs and like 4K and stuff like that. So I don't think it's 100% that there's going to be exclusives. I know there's a lot of leaks saying that there are. So who has thoughts on this? Aaron, I know you're posting all over the place in our Discord about it.
I have thoughts about it. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be announced and released at some point. It is getting a little bit crazy with like the leaks and the rumors, and you have really credible people that make these tweets, and then nothing happens. So, like, a lot of people built up today as a lot of hype because they wanted to do, like everybody's saying, they want to do it before E3, and some people even tweeted that it might be today because Nintendo was closed tomorrow. So if it was going to be this week, it had to be today.
Yeah.
So like all this hype keeps getting built up. I want one. I'm buying one day one. I don't even care if it just has an OLED screen and that's all that's better. I mean, I'm buying one. I wish that there was more. I don't know. I'm getting to the point Max is at now. Shut up already.
This is exactly
Announced it already.
when all this got brought up last night. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. Everyone's gonna be talking about the Switch Pro, and then it's not gonna be revealed, and then everyone's gonna talk like, oh, when is it gonna be? I am sick and tired of the Switch Pro. I just want it released. I want it out of my life. I'm done. I hate the Switch Pro. I don't even know what the Switch Pro is. I hate it. Absolutely sick and tired of the Switch
My new
Pro.
quote of the week right there. I want it out of my life. You're not even in my life yet, and I want you out.
No Switch Pro for Max. I'll
probably buy one, but I'm sick and tired of hearing it.
I'm using this second to just reiterate some of my predictions. I made a video about it, and I still think that there's a lot of confusion around it. I think that the console itself isn't going to have the DLSS in it. I think the dock is going to do it because it doesn't make any sense to put it in the console if it only can be used in dock mode, especially like for battery and everything, like unless it's built into that chip, which it seems like it needs separate chips for that anyway. So I don't know. That's my thought on that. And I think they're going to do it separate. I think they're going to try to keep the price down, either $299 or $349 with the upgraded hardware, but remove the dock and sell the dock separate, and then maybe do a package for like $400 or $500 with including the boosted dock. Those are my thoughts. And I don't think, but then I think there's a chance that this new console is much less drastic than it. I think it could be just a slight bump in performance, but I don't know, all the 4K stuff, it's all over the place. Anyone else have any predictions hardware wise?
Nope.
Everyone, nope. We're just gonna wait to see.
Wishful thinking. I hope they fix the Joy-Cons, but
I would be surprised if they change the actual hardware, the Joy-Cons. Personally, just because they seem to double down on some of that stuff.
also they
I
sell
just want
really
to
well.
burn.
Yeah.
I just want to burn a Nintendo Switch Pro. I really want to burn one.
Are you gonna do one of those like destruction videos, like right at launch that no one can get?
If I had the money, I would so do that because it's so poetic for me to do that. Since I have I've talked about how much I'm tired of hearing about this. So it'd be funny if I did that, but I don't have that type of money. One day, though. One day.
Print out a picture and like do the thumbnall like it looks like you're
Yeah.
about to burn it, and then print out a picture and just light it, and just that's the video.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Just clickbait. All right. Unless we can revisit the Switch Pro, but unless there's any other thoughts, we're gonna move on. Are there any Final Fantasy huge fans on the panel today? I know Luke, you're into it.
Yeah.
Chris, are you? Max?
I'm not.
I'm a little bit into it. I'm a little bit.
So
I
I keep
Kingdom
up with
Hearts.
it.
I played the first game I played on Nintendo, and then it got kind of emo, so I had to stop.
Little Tetsuya Nomura.
So there's rumors that it's going to come out at E3 that a Souls-like action game in the Final Fantasy universe from Team Ninja is going to be announced. And people are getting excited about it. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy person, but it seems like this is going to be a big deal. It's called Final Fantasy Origin, and it's been compared to Dark Souls or Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order type of gameplay in the Final Fantasy universe. Anyone like super jazzed on that? Like I said,
I mean, if it's not turn-based,
it's not.
I'll try it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. Like, if it's more towards the Final Fantasy VII remake / like Final Fantasy 15, then I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Yeah, I played the first one, so it'd be cool to see how they reimagine it in that way.
Yeah. So yeah, with the new developer, new gameplay mechanics, it seems like they're trying to ramp up, because there's like this would be like the third Final Fantasy game that would be coming out in the next couple of years. Like they're cranking these out now, which, I mean, more power to them.
When do you think the actual Final Fantasy will happen?
When is the final
The
fantasy?
actual
Final.
Fantasy.
Yeah. Seems like they've been crying wolf for a long time now.
I think so.
It's a little oxy.
It's like 30-something
oxymoron.
games, right? 30-something games,
30. That's low.
right?
Yeah,
It is more. There's more, right?
Almost
That's crazy.
yeah, like all the spin-offs.
near final.
Played
fantasy.
one out of X amount. That's insane.
I don't think I've played a single Final Fantasy game, honestly, other than a few bits and pieces. All right, so we're gonna jump in. I asked you guys to each have one little E3 prediction, whether it's a long shot or a lock, to go over, since we're 3 weeks away from E3, 2 weeks away from E3. Who wants to go first? I'll go from there.
I'll go first.
Do it.
Contra Collection on Switch.
Nice. Is that? I haven't even heard of that. Is that rumored at all?
Probably only because Castlevania's out.
Oh yeah.
Isn't there a Contra collection on the eShop, or am I wrong?
I don't know.
I have no
They have
idea.
Castlevania and another one. What's the other one? I don't know. I don't think.
Well, they have for the PS4, but it's digital
Mega
only.
Man.
Yeah, I don't think they have a Contra collection yet.
Oh, okay.
I have an update from Trent in the chat. He says the original Final Fantasy was supposed to be Square's final game because they were about to go bankrupt, but it was a hit.
That's right.
Why,
Forgot about
why
that.
it was a name.
That's
why it was in
facts.
that, which is
That's awesome. If that's
Yeah.
a real fact, that's amazing.
That's crazy.
You heard it here.
Their Final Fantasy became their only reality.
That sounds like a tagline right there.
I like it, man. That's good.
Bobby, do you have any predictions for E3?
Well, I was gonna say it was gonna be in June, but then that was confirmed by Aaron. So, to be honest, I never watched the E3. I never watched the E3 ever.
you just
If you could believe that, bro, I'm dead serious.
I believe
I
it.
never watched any. The only thing I watched was the PS5 and Xbox One announcement videos thingies. That's it. I learn news from you guys. I'm just here.
For sure. You play the games. You're the panelist who will be late to the podcast because you're literally playing video games, which is
Too much.
which is the most authentic reason for being late. Brittany, what about you? Any predictions?
So, wishful thinking. I would love if Sony announced a Sony Switch, but that's not going to happen. So, realistic predictions. I think that Konami will announce either a Metal Gear Solid collection or a Silent Hill collection. For either PS4, PS5, or both, and maybe like Switch. But I think both are really long overdue. Because I think the last collections came out on PS3, and I think they kind of see that they're popular, and I'm hoping they realize they're popular and bring them back. So that's my prediction.
That would be awesome. I'd love to dive back into Metal Gear Solid. Sally, what about you?
I need to see that Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that happens. Other than that, I'm hoping to see the Metroid Prime 4. Something about that? Anything?
Definitely.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Anyway, do we have a tally on who thinks Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be 2021 versus 2022? Anyone?
I think 2022.
Raise hands for 2021.
Oh,
I don't think so.
for sure.
Raise hands for 2022.
Can I say 2023?
Oh,
No.
I think it'll get pushed back.
You know,
That's how
keep
original
going.
Breath of the Wild played out. They always get pushed back. So
I would
I'm
say that-
saying it'll get pushed
I would
back.
say that
Build
too,
the hype, push it back.
but they already have the world set up, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
They already have a lot of assets from the first game, so I think it's going to be
they have the
going to be
assets.
more like a quicker turnaround. Like what's the other games? I never played them. The N64 games.
Ocarina of
Majora's
Time.
Mask and
Majora's
Ocarina.
Mask.
Yeah,
Ocarina,
yeah, Majora's Mask. Yeah, basically same engine, same.
Right,
world,
right.
Yeah.
I like these predictions so far.
Yeah. Nettie, anything?
I'm kind of on the same line as Bobby, where I don't really make any predictions. I just like watch E3. I'm like, oh my god, they're coming out with that game. That's crazy. Like that's literally me. I don't make predictions, so I have no predictions.
No worries. I know not everyone. A lot of people just like to.
Me and Nettie.
Yeah, just to.
Bye.
Because you're on the same wavelength. Max, I know you have some predictions.
Yes. All right. So I actually got one that is Nintendo related that I didn't talk about in the prediction video for this, so it could be exclusive to here.
Hell yeah.
So, Ubisoft did a Mario and Rabbids game. They talked about how successful it was. It's been a few years since that has happened. I think we're going to see either a sequel of that game being announced at Ubisoft's conference, not Nintendo's, or a different Nintendo franchise that they got the rights to. Like, one I've been talking about was Kirby. There was this whole leak that Ubisoft got the rights to Kirby a few years ago. And I would be surprised if it was that, because, I mean, Kirby's anniversary is coming up. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. But I think we're going to see a Nintendo-Ubisoft crossover game announced at Ubisoft's press conference.
Nice. Yeah.
Because it's been a few years.
So last night, Max and I and TYCAST did a live audio recording for a video you're putting out tomorrow about Nintendo E3 predictions. And so that was awesome. Be sure to check that out. Luke, what about you?
Normally, I just like to be surprised, but I'll make some predictions just for you.
Nice. I appreciate it.
Going with Metroid Prime 4, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, and an open world Star Wars game.
Ooh. I didn't even think about Star Wars stuff that could be announced, because that's
Well,
definitely
supposedly it's happening, right?
Is it? Have there
Supposedly.
been? I haven't even.
I heard they're making something like that and Indiana Jones only for Xbox.
But they always
Oh,
get
yeah.
canceled. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, there is that new Indiana Jones game that got announced casually. Was that Respawn? No, that was who was that?
Bethesda.
But that was
Bethesda.
it Bethesda? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Russ, what about you?
So mine are more of wishful thinking. The obvious two are Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
But I remember, it might have been a few years at this point. The people that made BioShock broke off into their own company. I couldn't even remember the name of it. But they were teasing making another BioShock game. And I don't think we've heard anything about that again. So I'd hope to hear something about that, but I think that's just really wishful thinking.
Yeah. No, for sure. Those are all good. Aaron, what about you? You look stressed.
I have the craziest prediction.
Do it.
And
that's what I was hoping for.
Nobody is gonna believe that this is actually gonna happen. And when it does, you're gonna say Aaron was right.
That's what
Microsoft is actually gonna introduce some games and show gameplay of them.
Wow.
Fake.
Yeah.
No way.
I think it's
pretty bold, bro.
I think this is finally the time it's gonna happen.
Connect 3.
I actually think they're gonna.
They've acquired some studios. You might be onto something.
I think if they're gonna do it, this is the time that they have to do it. They have to announce a lot of games like for the rest of this year. And there was talk about it a few months ago that there was going to be a lot announced soon, and there was going to be a lot released this year, and it's kind of been quiet. But I think I think they're going to announce a lot of games and show a lot of gameplay. I mean, they pretty much need to at this point. Game Pass is is saving them. So
yeah, those are all great predictions. We're going really we're gonna go over, but so real quick before we move on, I'm gonna just power through these next news items. PS Plus and Games with Gold June games. The holy cow, the Games with Gold selection is pathetic. It's The King's Bird, Shadows Awakening. I can't even read that. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum and Injustice Gods Among Us.
And The King's Bard.
Yeah. Oh, is it the
Bird.
King's? Is it King's Bird or King's Bard? I don't know.
The King's Bird.
King's Bird. I wish it was King's Bard.
The bird is the word.
Bird. With PlayStation Plus, it's Operation Tango, Star Wars Squadrons, and the new Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, which that's a new game.
That's crazy.
Right?
That's crazy that's going to be free because it was just announced this week about the new Virtua Fighter. Yeah.
So it's going to be free on PS Plus. So, I mean, there's obviously a massive disparity between the quality of games right now, and I think Xbox is just, we say it every month. They're not even trying anymore with Games with Gold. And so next is,
do you think their plan is just to get everybody to stop Gold, just go to Game Pass and be done with it?
I think that they're just like literally trying to push people to Game Pass, like because of the value has dropped so significantly with Games with Gold. Skrilla, you dropped in this Crystal Dynamics opening a new studio in Austin, Texas. Do you want to talk about it real quick?
Yeah, I'll bring it up briefly. So I think most people know that like most game studios are in, like, at least in the US, is like the hub is like California, Seattle, just all along mainly the West Coast. But I think it's interesting because I think Austin is going to become a new really big hub for gaming. Crystal Dynamics has a studio in Redwood City in California, and they're opening one in Austin. And I know Blizzard has a studio in Austin. I think who's the company who does Donkey Kong?
Retro Studios?
Yeah, I think they're in Austin as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I foresee in the future that it's going to become a new kind of big hub versus everything being in the West Coast.
For sure. Yeah, that's
I think Blue Point Games is in Texas too. They're working on the Resident Evil 4 VR.
Oh, nice. Okay,
In Austin, actually. Sorry.
in Austin.
Yep.
And then today was the Sonic Central broadcast. So there's a new Sonic Colors Ultimate coming out. Sonic Origins, which is Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, something else. What am I missing?
CD.
Oh, CD, yeah, Sonic CD, in a like reimagined new generation package. And then the Netflix series got a name called what is it? Sonic Prime. And then a new teaser, like a teaser of a new real Sonic game. Aaron, you said some hateful words towards Sonic earlier. But I was hoping for a
Yeah.
little bit more. I don't know. I never played Sonic Colors, so it's hard for me to get excited about that. I'll probably watch the Netflix series, but this was
Same.
Right.
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna ask, could I bring up two just other small bits of news? Because one I thought was really interesting.
Yes, do it.
First one, Uncharted movie finally got, I think, a trailer today. I haven't watched it yet, but two,
Oh.
Uncharted
Oh,
4
it
is
did?
actually coming. Uncharted
got
4
a
is coming to
trailer?
PC.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
missed,
Yeah.
I missed
Oh
that.
wow!
I read a rumor. Was it confirmed? Is it like
Yeah, it's
100%?
it got confirmed. Yeah, that Uncharted's
that's
coming
awesome.
to PS4. So it was leaked via their they sent it out to investors, and basically it had like a list of games that they're porting. And Days Gone was on there, Horizon Zero Dawn was on there, and then Uncharted 4 was on.
Oh, that's cool. Really cool.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, it seems like
I
they're
just wanna
gonna
say-
keep doing more of those.
The Uncharted movie really messed up. They should have got Bruce Campbell to be Sully.
Yes,
And not
that's exactly
Mark
what I was
Wahlberg.
saying.
Anybody else to be Sully.
I just want to know.
I
I
mean,
want to know where the
I don't know.
mustache is.
Other than that, that's just kind of annoying.
If it were
But
up
it is
to
what it is.
If it were up to me,
Yeah.
I think Marky Mark should have played Nathan Drake because he looks closer to Nathan Drake.
I think that was
That's what I was saying.
when he bought the rights, like his production company, and he was set to play Nathan Drake, and then it took so long that they rewrote him as Sully because it was like he was
for me-
aging out of the role.
I would have picked Nathan Fillion and Bruce Campbell.
Nathan Fillion's
That would be an Uncharted movie right there.
Plus his name's
Funny
Nathan.
thing
He
about
would've
Bruce
responded.
Campbell on this role. Funny thing about Bruce Campbell on this role. So it looks like he was actually offered for this role, but he actually declined because he said he doesn't like playing roles that remind him a lot of previous roles he's done. He had this role on a show called Burn Notice. His name was Sam.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't do the movie because he felt the characters were too similar. So I think they were going to get Bruce Campbell because he's actively been talking about it before at conventions and on Twitter about the movie. So I don't know. Interesting fact.
Yeah,
It
good
is.
point. Thank you for bringing that up, Brittany. I missed that. So, Aaron, I want to
Hey,
know.
before you move,
Yeah.
Before you move on, can we talk about Sonic? For
I
a second?
was just gonna say,
Yes,
Aaron.
absolutely.
Let's talk about Sonic.
I think what I said may have been misunderstood. I think I'm mostly just disappointed in the way the whole franchise has been handled.
Yeah.
Because you had Mario, who pretty much had like the stage all to himself, right? And the Mario games were a hit, and then the Sega came out, they come out with this mascot. That game sold a ton. It was, selling Genesises for them. And what has happened since then? How has the franchise like really evolved? What have they done to like? I feel bad. I actually it's not that I don't
No, me
like him. I
too.
feel bad for him. Like they
So-
need to do some other things to make it more interesting.
Did you-
There was something about it possibly being like that. The new game is going to be an open world game. That would be cool if it was like kind of like a Mario Odyssey, but Sonic.
Did you ever
Like,
play?
yeah.
Do you ever play Sonic Adventure 1 and 2?
No.
Those
Is that
those
like
were
Mario Odyssey?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't open world, but it was basically like it's very similar to Mario 64, but like in a Sonic. But it was much more dynamic than anything else. And then it seems like they went back on that. Um, Russ, I know you have thought. I know you love Sonic Adventure specifically. I think, Aaron, you need to play Sonic Adventure
Maybe that's the one I need to play.
because that's what.
Two.
Yeah, 2 is better. But check that out because I think it would satisfy a lot of what you're yearning for. Although I agree, since then, I have had no desire to play a Sonic game other than Sonic Mania, just because that felt back to like it went full circle back with that. So, but there's never been anything outside of like retro Sonic besides since Sonic Adventure 2. I feel like, but I haven't played any of them. So
It's bothered me more like recently because like all right, it doesn't really bother me. It's still something I like stay up at night thinking about, but
In your blue.
I thought about it recently, and like my kid is 2.5 years old, and like when we turn on the TV and like find something for him to watch, he's like, like a Sonic ad popped up, and he's like, and I was like, you want to watch Sonic the Hedgehog? And he's like, yeah. So then like it was like 3 weeks of when we turned it on, what do you want to watch? Sonic the Hedgehog. So it's like there's something there, but they just mismanaged it.
sure,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what disappoints me about it.
I mean
I agree.
that there's a lot of that in all of Sega throughout the last 25 years. But we'll see. I mean, I feel like they did good with the movie. Although how much of them was part of that is to be seen. But I hope they do something. Did anyone play the original Sonic Colors?
I did.
Did you? Enjoy
I
it?
did. Yes.
Was it a good game? I have no.
I would say that's one of the best recent Sonic games.
Okay.
I really, really liked that one.
I'm surprised they did that before doing like an adventure remake or something. Like I feel like there weren't enough people that played Sonic. Did Sonic Adventure come out on or Sonic Adventure 2 come out on anything besides Dreamcast and GameCube?
Yeah, it was on PS3
It did
and
a-
Xbox.
PS2.
Oh, it did. Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if they did that. I never played it on anything outside of Dreamcast. So
Yeah. Both Sonic games were Sonic Adventure games were
Okay.
on PS3 and 360.
Oh, they came out that later. That late?
Mm.
I didn't realize.
Well,
Okay,
It came out
then
on the
never mind.
GameCube too.
Yeah, the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
interesting.
GameCube. I remember. I remember I was working at EB Games when those came out, and I was like, "Oh, this is so weird." Like seeing all the Sonic stuff hit because I witnessed the decline of the Dreamcast and then all the Sega properties moving over to Nintendo platforms, which is just surreal. Okay, we're going into our hot takes.
I have one question.
Yeah.
One question about you at EB Games. So, did you ever see like the Sonic Adventure like dual pack for GameCube? Because that's one of the rarest GameCube.
Oh, I'm
things
sure I
ever
did.
out
I don't know. I like probably.
Interesting.
I wish I would have like saved on held on to all that stuff from when I worked there. I got so many free games and magazines and all sorts of stuff. All the kiosks I think were like being given to associates. And I was like, I don't have room for this. I live in a dorm, and so
Yeah.
there's so much stuff that
Who needs a bed
yeah.
when you have a
literally.
kiosk?
Oh yeah, seriously. This was before the sale to GameStop. Okay, hot takes. We're gonna do 2. We're not because we're over. Okay, the first one is this is the 10th episode of the TYCAST. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. What was the best game from 10 years ago? So 2011. Before everyone talks, we're gonna go through the Metacritic top like 15 or so. Batman Arkham City and Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim were both at 96s. Portal 2 95 and a bunch of Portal 2s on different platforms. Another Skyrim, another Arkham City, then Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D, Mass Effect 2, Minecraft came out in 2011. Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword had a 93. Another Skyrim, Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, Ico. Is it Ico or ICO? Is it Ico? In the Shadow of the Colossus collection. Oh, that's like a dual pack. Rayman Origins, Little Big Planet 2, Forza Motorsport 4, Gears of War 3, and then we get into sports games. I don't think anyone's going to say NBA 2K12 was the best game of 2011, so we'll stop there. Chris, what's your game of the year 2011?
I have to split mine. So I think mechanically, Portal 2, hands down, was the best game that I played in 2011. But the one with the most impact to me was actually To the Moon, which is an indie game that was released on PC and now is basically on everything that has a CPU.
Nice. I haven't heard of that. What's the gameplay mechanic of that?
It's set up in like a turn-based RPG world, but there's actually like no combat at all. It's basically just a story, and you play the role of two doctors that have the ability to go into a dying man's mind and try to figure out why he wants to go to the moon so bad.
Oh wow!
So
it's
pretty cool.
It sounds.
So
Yeah, it sounds cool. Bobby, what do you?
I want to Batman Arkham City.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I love that game. But if I had to pick like notable, Skyrim and Alice Madness Returns.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That wasn't on here. I never played. I watched some gameplay of that game, but I never actually played it.
It's great. It's twisted, so
yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
I heard it's pretty messed up.
In Skyrim, I put like 400 hours in.
Damn.
I got to the point where I was like in the cave, like sneaking in the cave, but also ducking in my chair. And my wife was like, "This is enough of this game." Turn this off. And then Batman Arkham City, I would play with the mask on because I have Batman mask.
Yes.
I tried to play when she wasn't home with it, but she came home and she saw it on me. You know, whatever. Below.
That's awesome. Brittany.
So Uncharted would be on the list because that Uncharted 3 is actually my favorite Uncharted, except I didn't play it in 2011. I played it in 2013. So
Sure,
I'm gonna have to go with
Yeah.
Little Big Planet because I probably put like 1,000 hours into it. I would create levels and stuff and never think they were good enough, so I never published them. And then later I came home and I was finally decided I was going to publish my levels, and I found out that my little brother spammed cars everywhere all over my levels and messed them up permanently.
Oh no.
So
no.
Little Big Planet 2 was definitely the best Little Big Planet.
Yeah, Little Big Planet 2, I think the strongest contender to 2 is probably Vita, but what brings Vita down for me is that the campaign sucks and it's broken, and I've played every Little Big Planet and I couldn't get past it just from how broken it is.
Yeah, I never played the Vita one. Those are odd. We align. Oh, what was that? Holy cow! We align.
That's just fire department.
Did you guys bring the ghosts with you?
We align very similarly on our picks. Sally, what about you?
I'll go with Ocarina of Time, even though I only played it, I think, in 2015 or 2016. And the first time I played it was on the 3DS.
Oh, okay.
And they made some changes to it to update it, and they made the dreaded underwater level much easier, so it was much better to play it on the 3DS. So I'd go with the Ocarina.
I tried to play through that on the 3DS, but then I wasn't playing my 3DS as much, and so I only got about 3 hours in before giving up again. I need to play it still. Nettie, what about you?
2011, I believe I was still in university, and I probably didn't play a lot of video games from what I remember. But just going through the list, I would like to say Bastion because I do remember playing that, and that game is amazing with a beautiful soundtrack. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried it, but hands down, that's my game for me.
Oh, it's
That's
from
one of my
from
all-time
Supergiant.
favorites.
Right?
There's
it was
so
free. I
many.
think I had it free from PlayStation Plus. I should check it out.
That's their first game ever. That's what got me into them. And
Okay.
Yeah.
she's not wrong.
Yeah.
Soundtrack is beautiful.
Yeah, there's so many games came out this year. Holy cow. Max, what about you?
All right, so this one was hard for me. So I'm going with 2. So Spider-Man: Edge of Time. I know a lot of people were expecting me to say Spider-Man: Web of
Shadows.
but that was not.
At least it made an appearance, a reference.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it.
The Spider-Man.
It's
Edge
got
of
to be
Time
every
is
episode.
We're going.
Spider-Man: Edge of Time is very interesting because the story that they chose is that they play with time. Well, it's time in the name, so that's obvious. But they have 2 Spider-Mans, Spider-Man 2099, and then the Spider-Man that everyone knows. It basically shows Spider-Man dying in the beginning of the game, and Spider-Man 2099 from his timeline sees that, and he's going to save him from that happening. Well, actually, he experiences it and then goes back in time to stop that. It's very confusing, but the game's story is so interesting. It introduces a lot of cool designs from the 2999 Spider-Man universe that you don't see in the comics. That was interesting. And then there's Batman Arkham City. That game is just jaw-dropping with a lot of the stuff that happens in that game. Crazy story, crazy fun game. Those 2 are very close to me, so I don't know which one I could go with. It's pretty much a tie between those 2. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. Luke, what about you?
I'm gonna go with 2 games as well that I actually finished back then. That'd be Dead Space 2 and The Witcher 2.
Oh yeah, Witcher 2 is on there.
Oh, nice.
Forgot about that. Dead Space 2. That's what was that game? I know Dead Space. I've heard of Dead Space. I've never played a single one.
Like a horror game, third person.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was.
Dismember the aliens.
Yeah.
Is that the? This is gonna be a weird question. Is that the eyeball one?
The eyeball one.
The game with like it's.
Dude.
There's a game where like your character gets his like eye like.
Oh yeah.
Is that the eyeball game?
I hate that part.
Okay,
that part.
it is the eyeball game.
That is an affirmative.
I'm so curious.
I know. I'm like I
Dead
don't know what
Space.
happened, but I don't.
I had to
wanna
look
know.
away from the screen. I could not do it.
Well,
I could not watch that.
I used to watch
Oh my
Mojo back in the day, and it was like top 10 most disturbing game scenes. Dead Space eyeball scene, and so I just that's what I know Dead Space for. Is I'm like, oh, that's the eyeball game.
Eyeball game. Nice. All right. Luke's pick is the eyeball game for 2011.
Yes.
Russ, what about you?
I'm surprised somebody else had mine, but Alice Madness Returns was mine.
Ah, nice.
That is the first time I beat a game, and then I went back out and bought it on the other system to beat it again.
Wow.
Yeah, I put a lot of
Yeah, it was
time in
awesome.
Yeah, that missed my radar somehow. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
the music, the style, the story was just
I
awesome.
want another one.
Oh, 100%.
was that on? Was it? What did that not get rated very high? Somehow I'm not seeing it on my.
I'm not
On my
sure.
list.
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's got like cult classic status.
Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
actually, the list. Okay, the list goes only down to 84, so it could have been like a low 80s and still. Yeah.
I'd put it in the same realm as like something like Enslaved Odyssey to the West, where it's just something that's like high regarded, but not a lot of
Mhm.
people bring it up.
Sure.
Or played it or
Aaron, what do you got? Oh, I thought you were frozen. I thought you were frozen
it.
for real.
I couldn't even hold it for like 2 seconds.
You don't understand. My stomach dropped because I was not ready. I looked up and right before you wrote.
It's definitely Skyrim. Although if you had asked me in 2011, it wouldn't have been Skyrim. So I've played it a lot more.
What would it have been?
It probably would have been. So that was a year I played like 3 games, like the whole year. I was not into games. I was single. I was going out all the time, and video games were not at the top of my list. So I think I played Arkham City. I finished that. I finished Mass Effect 2 and Uncharted 3. I think, and I played Skyrim. And
There's
I
some
played,
good ones though.
and I played Dead Island. So I played like 5 games.
Not bad.
But yeah, it probably would have been Uncharted 3 because I was really, really into those games back then. But Skyrim is it's just too good. It really is. Like I can still like turn it on now and like I'll be like, oh, I gotta like go gather this so I can make this armor. There's just so much to do in it, and it's so fun. So that would be Skyrim would be my pick, which not a lot of you have played, right?
Yeah, I haven't
Aren't there,
I
like,
haven't
3 or
played
4
it.
of you who...
Played it.
I've never played it.
Never played it.
Wait, Russ, you haven't played it?
Nope.
Luke, have you played Skyrim?
Yep. I definitely
Yeah.
liked it, but I never finished it.
Played it. I own 3 copies of it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was when Skyrim Remaster or whatever was released. My wife told me, dead serious, don't purchase this game.
Yeah, I never played it. I had Morrowind that I got for free, and I tried to play it, and I just couldn't get into it. And then from that point on, I just avoided all Elder Scrolls games. Just I was playing hardly any games anyway, and so I was like, well, I'm not gonna go with this game that I didn't like the last one. Like I wasn't into RPGs anyway. But for my picks, so I actually beat a very rare game beat situation for me. I beat Uncharted 3 and I loved it, and so that's definitely on my list. Little Big Planet 2, I played probably thousands of hours. For a brief period of time, I drove one of those, those giant game trucks with the like TVs in the trailers and the benches and everything. So I drove one of those, and then like every weekend I would just park it at my like apartment complex and then invite people over, and we would just play it all weekend. Like if there were no jobs to do, because it wasn't
That's
worth
awesome.
driving it away. And so all we would play is Little Big Planet 2. And so I would stay up to like 5 a.m. just playing in the back of this truck, like on a side street. And so that has to be up there. But and then I have Portal 2 because that's a game that if right now I find myself wanting to go back. Hot damn.
Who's playing GTA?
New York City, baby.
Bobby, is that you?
Yeah.
Someone's at level 5 right now.
Yeah,
man.
dude. You got that the 5 stars on you.
Because everybody's out. Everybody's outside drinking. Everything's open.
Holy hell. Yeah, Portal 2 is the game that I keep wanting to boot back up because I never finished it. And so that has to be, I have to mention that too, because that's like, I feel like that's the game that's transcended the most over time. And so those are my top 3. Last topic before we wrap is game of the year so far in 2021, and it's a 2-parter. Game of the year so far in 2021 that has released this year, and also is 2021 an off year of gaming? Because I saw a lot of people being like, I haven't had a game of the year, and so that's the second 2-part question to wrap up this episode. So think about both of those things. Aaron, I'm going to start with you.
My game of the year so far is probably Monster Hunter Rise, even though, I played it for like 3 weeks. That's long for me. Usually I play a game for like 2 days and then I'm done with it. So that is definitely my game of the year so far. I don't know if 2021 is an off year. It kind of is. Like the Switch is releasing some games and they have some things scheduled. I think because of COVID, it delayed some things and then delayed them, it delayed some things from last year that might have like been released in the the spring, but then this winter was bad with COVID again. So like I bet a lot of stuff got pushed back. And then you had the like nothing is being released on the Series X and the PS5. What has it had so far? Returnal,
Returnal, I
Demon
think.
Souls. Well,
But that was
Returnal.
last year,
So
yeah.
for this year, yeah, Returnal. What else?
Ratchet and
Biomutant,
Clank.
whatever
They're
it's
gonna have
called.
Ratchet and Clank
There's-
in like 2 weeks.
There's Tina and
Most-
BB Horse Adventure.
Oh yeah, yeah, I got that.
Classic.
Most likely, Horizon Zero or Horizon Forbidden
Yeah,
Forest.
that'll come out.
We skip
But I mean,
that
so
over.
far it's been somewhat slow. Not if you have a Switch though. And
Yeah.
if you're collecting games right now, then there's a lot of stuff coming out. Yeah.
Russ, what about you?
My game of the year would have been Monster Hunter, but since I played Resident Evil, that's going to be my pick. This might be like one of the hottest years for me, honestly. I have pre-ordered so many games this year. I feel like I need to stop. They just need to stop announcing things.
Yeah. What's on top of your list coming out?
Scarlet Nexus. I am like super excited for that one.
Sure.
Looks super good.
Did you play the demo?
No,
You didn't?
I didn't want to spoil it for me.
That has been so under my radar. I gotta look at that.
Yeah, it's
Been
like a
so
Devil May
focused on my
Cry
Switch.
Bayonetta type game.
Oh, say no more. Say no more, my friend.
Luke, what about you?
Probably Loop Hero, just because it's so unusual. It's the only game I actually finished this year.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you were in that for several weeks
Yep.
when we were first getting this going. How do you feel overall about 2021 game releases, quality wise?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely other games I'm looking forward to throughout the year. Yeah, but definitely.
Yeah.
And then Mass Effect came out, which I haven't even started yet. The Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the remaster.
Yeah, sure. So I'm looking at I pulled up the Metacritic for this year so far, and the top game is Disco Elysium: The Final Cut, which isn't a game really that came out this year. It's a
like a final
definitive
thing.
Yeah, definitive edition basically. And then Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, which for PS5, because that came out last year too, right? And then It Takes Two, and then Super Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury. I thought that came out in 2021. We were all saying it was 2020. I thought it was February 2021.
3D All Stars came out in 2020.
Oh, I got those mixed up. That makes sense. Mass Effect Legendary, Fez. There's a lot of old games on this list, except for Monster Hunter Rise with an 88. Neo Collection. Hitman 3 came out this year. Yeah, so I don't know. That was my thought is if this is a down year, a lot of the top games are actually not new games coming out, like brand new games. Max, what about you?
Oh no, everyone's really about to hate what I'm about to say. All right.
I already do.
So, all right. So some people are going to say this is a 2020 game, but I'm going by the Game of the Year rules from like the actual people that do Game of the Year, where they say if games come out in December 2000 of that year, it goes into next year's Game of the Year.
I'll take it.
Just keep that. All right. I have Cyberpunk as my Game of the Year so far. Okay, please don't hate me yet. I can see all your guys' faces. It's quickly changed. I'm seeing everyone's face at me right now.
I'm in your.
Glitch out.
You can't
I'm with
see
you,
me.
Max. I'm probably the one person with you.
I did not have the issues everyone has, and I'm probably extremely lucky with that. The game crashed maybe like a few times for me. I had one major glitch that happened in me, but after all that, nothing. The game was working for me. No glitches. I had a lot of fun with this game. This game's story and voice acting, I think the duo between those two are very, very good. the multiple different endings in Cyberpunk, I think, is very unique, and some being really original. I like the whole concept of the story of Cyberpunk 2077. I have to go with that with my game of the year so far. Monster Hunter Rise and Returnal are up there, but I still think I got to go with Cyberpunk. And in terms of how the game's releasing this year, it's like a low year. I think so far it's been pretty good, if I'm being honest. We got Monster Hunter Rise that's probably going to be nominated. We got Resident Evil Village. We have Ratchet and Clank. We have Horizon. We have the possibility of Breath of the Wild 2 coming out this year, and that'd be huge. I think a lot of these huge games are going to be coming out later this year, but I think so far what we got, it's been pretty good. So,
Awesome. Nettie, what about
Mario
you?
Golf.
Oh, Mario Golf.
coming
Yes.
out.
Game of the year.
That should be fun.
Automatically makes it bigger. Sorry, Natty.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I haven't really played any. I mean, the only game that I actually played is It Takes Two. And I played it with my friend Cynthia on stream, and I thoroughly enjoyed that game. It's like by the same creators of Unraveled and I think A Way Out.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not as common to see games where you can work together with someone to play. So I thought it was really exciting. It was beautiful. I thought it was really beautiful. The animation was great. But I'm looking forward to just like other games to release, like Little Devil Inside, and Dying Light 2 is something my husband's like super looking forward to because he's been waiting for it for like 6 years. Because I think they were supposed to release it last year or something, and then the whole pandemic happened, and they had to push it again, but they just kept pushing it, and they actually just announced today that they're releasing the Dying Light 2 at the end of the year this year. So I guess those two maybe seem exciting to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now it's just It Takes Two. I don't have anything else.
No,
that
for sure.
I like Pokemon Snap, but I wouldn't say that it's better than It Takes Two.
Definitely. Nettie, Sally, what about you?
Also, didn't have many games that I played in 2021 that I would say are on my, top list. I'm gonna go with Max's timeline, and I'll aim from December and say Phoenix Immortals Rising. I'm really enjoying that game,
Yeah.
and supporting Ubisoft Quebec.
Yeah, they're local.
Yeah, I like the open world. It's a funny game. So far, that's the one I've probably invested most of my time in.
Yeah, for sure. What do you like?
Oh,
What?
I'm looking forward to Skyward Sword because I haven't played Skyward Sword,
Yeah.
and that's releasing July 16th on the Switch. So I'm excited for that one.
Nice. Yeah. Do you have are you gonna get the amiibo?
If it's available, I've been trying to pre-order it, but I
Is it
don't
not
see it
available?
anywhere.
I haven't
I've been
been
trying to
keeping
get
up.
the Joy-Cons too.
Oh yeah, those
Yeah, I want those.
those came and went pretty quick.
Yeah.
Brittany, what about you?
So the only game that I've played from this year is Pokemon Snap. So by default, I guess my game of the year
That
is
is your
Pokemon
game of the
Snap.
year.
As much as I hate it, because I don't want it to be game of the year. I have a feeling if Horizon Zero Dawn comes out and I don't know if it's coming out on PS4. Is it exclusively PS5? Okay.
Forbidden West.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that'll probably overtake that as game of the year. Also, I think it'll be interesting if Breath of the Wild 2 comes out at the same time as the Horizon Zero Dawn sequel, because I remember those two were the hot topic of who is game of the year when they came out last time. So I think it'd be cool for a rematch.
Yeah, for sure. Bobby, what about you?
For me, technically, we were here together because that's the only game I played that was released in 2021. And it's a piece of shit. But if I did it my way of games I played this calendar year,
Sure, go for it.
The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna beat if I played it last year. It still wasn't gonna beat Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
That was amazing. But it's so far so good. And then is it a slow year? No, it's not a slow. There's a lot of games coming out. Do I know it's coming out? No. But I'm sure there'll be lots of games I'll have a pick up hopefully soon.
Sure.
Really, I have a whole backlog from 2020. I'm trying to catch up to.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think a lot of us are using the beginning of this year to catch up on games from last year and the year before, and they're doing a lot of compilations and definitive editions and remakes and everything. So, Chris, what about you?
I have a tie. I'm gonna go with Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. My daughter and I played that. She's 3, and we played that and beat it together, and I had a blast with it.
Nice.
And the other is Monster Hunter Rise, my first Monster Hunter, and I have at least 80 to 90 hours in it probably.
Nice.
I don't think it's a slow year. We're not even halfway through the year yet, and we have E3 in a couple weeks, so I think we have quite a bit still in store that's going to be released this year. I'm looking forward to the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake personally. I don't know if it'll be released this year, but really looking forward to that.
Awesome. Yeah, it's probably going to be a toss-up between Super Mario 3D World and Monster Hunter Rise for me. I put more time into Monster Hunter Rise and I enjoyed it, but for some reason, as I got further, it started stressing me out more, and which always pushes me away from games if I feel like I have to do a lot of work to get back into where I was for some reason. I really enjoyed the time I put into it, and that was my first Monster Hunter experience. And I just haven't. I've only put maybe 5 hours into Super Mario 3D World, and so I've been obviously playing a lot of games from previous years to catch up on that I know are supposed to be highly regarded, and a lot more indie stuff from the last 2 or 3 years. So, what made me bring up the whole point of is it a slow year so far is just the lack of high rated games. There's only on Metacritic in 2021, there's only 2 games above a 90, and it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, which came out last year, and then Disco Elysium: The Final Cut, which came out, I don't know, 5 years ago. I don't remember when that game originally came out. Maybe it's because this is like the compilation of everything. I think it was like different pieces of the game came out over the last 7 or 8 years. And so that's why I was like, wow, there's no brand new over 90 games in 2021. And so that's what prompted the question. But we are at the end of the show. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sally, Sally, are we doing the quote of the week?
Sure, go
Okay.
for it.
Okay. Let me find this real quick. Where is it?
I found it.
I have it. See if I can pull it up here. Is it working? Oh no, it just pulled up your channel. Give me just a second. I'll figure it out. Oh, I freaking closed it. Anyone have any final thoughts while I pull this back up? Aaron.
I just want to ask Max one question real quick.
Mhm.
You had to pick Arkham Knight or Spider-Man PS4. What would you pick?
Oh man, that's hard too. I think I would have to go with Spider-Man because Arkham Knight still. I thought it was an amazing game. I don't think the Batmobile is that bad like everyone says it is, but it does get a little repetitive. But I don't think it's that repetitive. But I think it'd be Spider-Man because the Spider-Man game does very interesting twists that the comics don't even do at all. So I find that interesting.
Okay.
As a Batman fan, we're in the same boat.
I got a question for Max too. Max, do you like Spider-Man: Web of Shadows more than you hate The Last of Us Part 2?
Ooh, that's good.
Yes.
It's good.
That's a good answer. Okay, so Nettie and Sally streamed Phasmophobia and then Hand Simulator, and I was watching both of your guys' streams, but this had me laughing out loud, and so this is the quote of the week of Sally's stream from.
How do you cock? How?
Use your other hand. have to flick it down.
You guys might not be able to hear it, but the
What?
stream hears it.
Oh, that's good. How do you cock?
That's it. It was just you guys all pointing guns at each other and you trying to figure out how to cock the gun. And it was hilarious. You guys were all screaming. And it was awesome. So if you guys are on Twitch, be sure to follow Sally and Nettie and Brittany at Skriller Wolf. Who else streams regularly? You guys I see the most frequently on Twitch. Russ, you just did Resident Evil 8. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna do a quick around the horn. Aaron at Beach Pizza Gaming, YouTube, Switch videos, gameplay videos. Be sure to give him a sub. Russ at Cryosneasel, you're on Twitch, on Twitter, Instagram. What are you streaming next?
I'm still streaming Resident Evil 8. I'm gonna stream the whole platinum.
Oh, nice, awesome. Yeah, be sure to give him a follow. Luke, what are you working on right now?
Nothing right now.
Nothing right now.
I mean, I am working on something in secret, but I'm not
for sure
talking about it right now.
So I have your Twitter linked. I'm sure you'll be updating there. You have some YouTube and Instagram accounts. Max at Minato Max, you have a video dropping tomorrow with me in it. E3 predictions on YouTube, Switch focused. Anything to mention?
I do want to wrap up with one thing that I think is going to be funny. So, a lot of things don't get sequels. We have Days Gone that should have a sequel, but doesn't get a sequel. Spider-Man: Web of Shadows was supposed to get a sequel, unfortunately got canceled. So the fact that the TYCAST has 10 episodes, I think we should just appreciate that factor, since not everything gets sequels.
Hell yeah!
So yeah,
appreciate it, Max. Yeah, be sure to check his video out on YouTube tomorrow. Nettie streaming at Nettie Dorco. A lot of Dead by Daylight, horror, and similar things. What's your schedule?
I stream on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays. Tomorrow I'll just be doing my regular Dead by Daylight and maybe just Knockout City. Saturday I'm gonna be off actually because my husband and I are gonna be going on vacation.
Fun.
But I do plan to do Devil May Cry and Yakuza 0 on my next platformer Saturday game.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Sally, Retro Arcade Party on Instagram. You stream on Twitch, and then you're on Twitter too. What do you have coming up?
Might play some Hades.
Yeah.
See how far I can get. See if I could get to where you are.
I look forward to it. I like watching Hades runs. Be sure to follow Sally on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. Brittany, Skriller Wolf, did you finish Spyro?
No, not yet.
Are you still you're still going with that? What's your schedule right now?
So technically I should be streaming right now. But
yes, although not streaming tonight.
Yeah, Thursdays and Fridays it's 6:30 PST to 9:30 PST, and then Saturday is 2:30 PST to 5:30 PST. But usually it goes longer for Fridays and Saturday, or Sundays and Saturdays, which are the same schedule.
Awesome. And so you're still doing Spyro? How close are you on that?
According to the completion thing, I'm at 50%, but I don't know if that's collectibles or how far I am in the game, because I don't have time to 100% games.
yeah, for sure. What do you have something on that's coming up next? Ready to go? Or?
So I've got a few people who are very close in channel points to choosing the next game that I play. Okay. I'm anticipating doing a charity stream sometime soon, but I don't know if we'll be playing a game for that or doing a Lego/Gunpla build for that. So
nice, yeah. It's very entertaining and almost like therapeutic watching your builds too with your significant other. Those are very enjoyable.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Bobby at the Chronicles of a Gamer. You post every day on Instagram. Give me your lineup again.
So Monday through Friday, I'm currently in the H letter of PlayStation games. And then Thursdays, just an arcade review in alphabetical order. And then Friday is a platinum post until I catch up to my current number. And then Saturday is just what I'm playing.
Nice. Yeah.
Currently, yeah.
Be sure to follow Bobby on Instagram. Very entertaining, like very thought out reviews of like games every single day, which breaks my brain. You throw out a lot of information, a lot of analysis, very frequently. It's awesome to see your posts every day.
Thank you.
Chris at Toaster Dog, you are on Instagram. Are you on Twitter too?
Yep. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. But as stated previously, I am a social media slacker, and I think I made my first Instagram post in like a week and a half earlier today. So
nice. Yeah, I'm lagging right now too. Do you have anything you're planning on doing? Are you streaming anytime soon or anything?
Yeah, I really want to. I don't know when I'm actually gonna stop being lazy and get my Elgato out, but that's on the agenda at some point.
Nice. Well, look up Toaster Dog. You have awesome photos. Your collection is very impressive. Every once in a while you pull stuff out to photograph. A lot of rare, a lot of SNES games and stuff like that. So, thank you all for being here. We're gonna wrap this. This is the longest episode by far. Thank you. I'm glad we had 10 people for the 10th episode. We're live every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch. And we'll be back next week. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Cheers. Bye, guys.